Hi there, I'm Professor Blackmore, and I want to welcome you to ProfessorBlackmore.com, where our goal is to empower results through real productivity. And if you haven't been here before, I want to ask that you please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell so you won't miss any of my tips. And please also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And today, I want to talk to you about one of my top law office productivity go-tos. And if you've visited my channel before, you'll probably know that I'm talking about OneNote. And before I go any further, I want to ask that if you're watching this video because you purchased this course on my website, I want to ask that you please consider leaving a review of this course in the same place where you purchased this course on my product page. And at this point, I don't think anyone who's been following my channel would doubt that I can come up with 101 ways that you can use OneNote to improve your office productivity. And while I talk mostly about OneNote law office productivity, you can modify any of these techniques to meet the needs of any type of business. So today, I want to talk to you about my OneNote jury voir dire notebook. And even if you know you'll never be involved in conducting voir dire of a jury veneer to select a jury, you want to stick around because I'll be previewing OneNote techniques that you can use in any type of business procedure where you need to take a lot of choices and narrow them down to a smaller group like lawyers do in the jury voir dire process, where they start off with a group of 30, 40, or maybe even 50 jurors in what we call a jury veneer, from which we select 12 jurors and 2 alternates from that larger group. Now, I appreciate that we have all kinds of pros that have their own techniques for conducting jury voir dire. And I'm not trying to change anybody's mind about how they conduct their jury voir dire, but for those of you that are intent on conducting jury voir dire using paper charts, I want to show you how to use OneNote to conduct your jury voir dire procedures. Now, keep in mind that because OneNote syncs in the cloud, information is instantaneously available everywhere and to everyone on your team who has access to your notebook. So that means your team back at the office, jury consultants in and outside of the courtroom, and anyone else that you want to assist you in your jury voir dire process while you're in the courtroom. Now, in this course, I want to get right into the jury voir dire process. So if you need basic level information about how to download and use the free and even the premium versions of OneNote, please review my basic level course, OneNote for Beginners, How to Make a OneNote Student Notebook, which will provide you with step-by-step instructions on how to get started with OneNote and how OneNote works. And you can use this to even assist you in helping your student in your household on how to improve their productivity in school by using OneNote to create a OneNote student notebook. Okay, so now I'll be going back and forth between my desktop version of OneNote and my online version of OneNote using my Samsung Note 7 that I'm holding right here. You also have the ability to access these same notebook files, as you know, on your cell phone or any other mobile device where you have access to OneNote and the OneNote app. But before I can actually get into either of these versions, we need to go over the facts of our case so that we can know which notebook to look for when we get into either one of these versions. And I know many of you may be tired of my Winters versus Ramirez case, so today I'm going to talk to you about a new fact pattern in the case entitled Carruthers v. Thomas. And so the facts of this case reveal that about 1 a.m., Alexander Carruthers and his wife Merle were driving along 6th Street, returning home from a party. Now, Mr. Carruthers had just entered an intersection when a Tesla ran a red light and broadsided the Carruthers vehicle. Mrs. Carruthers was killed instantly, and Mr. Carruthers suffered serious personal injuries. The police later located the Tesla several miles from the scene of the accident. The owner of the Tesla, Mr. Elon Thomas, was investigated. It was later discovered that his son, Elon Thomas Jr., was driving his father's car in the early morning hours at the time of the accident. Now, Elon Jr. had attended a party at a friend's house where alcoholic beverages were served. Now, Mr. Carruthers sued both Elon Thomas Jr. and Elon Thomas Sr. in this negligence, personal injury, wrongful death, automobile accident case. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to go to OneNote on my mobile app right here. And so I'm just going to go ahead and touch my icon there. And then the first thing I want to do is I want to find my Boss Lady Law Firm OneNote notebook. And here it is right here. And within this civil notebook, I want to go over to my jury voir dire notebook section. Now I'm going to also go back and forth between my desktop version and my mobile device that I will be using at the time of trial. And so here I am in my jury voir dire notebook here, and I'm in my first section. Now, I just want to show you how you can alter the view of the navigation pane. So if I want to hide all panes, I can do that. If I want to go back and look at the sections and the pages so that I can see the sections and the actual pages, I can do that as well. I can also show you how you can enlarge the view on the screen, or you can use this page width button here to snap the view to the page width size of the viewing size of the screen that you're watching at that particular time. And now that I have located my jury voir dire notebook in my Boss Lady OneNote notebook, I want to jump right into our jury voir dire demonstration. Now, again, many of you may have some other fancy electronic procedure that you use. But if you're still using paper charts to conduct this process, I want to offer you another slightly more productive way to do this so you're not recreating the process manually each time. And if you've already have a template that you can use over and over again, it'll save you a lot of time to have someone in your office transfer the information here so that it will be available for everyone on your team to see it in real time. So again, I like to use the scale question process for conducting my step 3 and 4 presentation. You want to keep in mind that ineffective boilerplate questions should not be used at all, as they have the effect of influencing the answers before they're even given. You want to use questions like these, for example, that allow for a creative hook to engage the prospective jurors in real discussion if that's your goal, as opposed to a boilerplate question that merely seeks confirmation or agreement with the person asking the questions. But this question will identify your pro-Trump jurors. And if you're interested in seeing my entire step 3 and 4 process, including all of my slides, please purchase my online video course, which comes along with a copy of my OneNote jury voir dire notebook that you see here. Now, here is my step 3 and 4 scale questions or questionnaire chart. And as you can see, it shows each juror's answer to the questions either provided on a paper questionnaire or during the oral scale questions presentation. And as you can see, if allowed, you can also put some of your scale questions on your paper questionnaire. Now here is what it looks like once I finish my step 3 and 4 bias analysis presentation. Now, this is my wish list final jury panel. It does not reflect those that have been struck by the plaintiff. And so, as you know, many of these will have been removed because of the opposing side's use of their preemptory challenges or challenges for cause strikes, as previously discussed. But obviously, any of the jurors who has information that shows up in the strikes challenges column on the step 5 scores challenges strikes chart will not be on this final chart. So everybody else in green will be fair game based on the court's procedure for seating jurors. But as you can see, you have all of your information right here to be used especially during the jury deliberation stage of the case. And so if you've used any of my OneNote tips, or if you think you might consider making or using a OneNote jury voir dire notebook, please let me know by leaving a comment in the comments section of this video. And if you've enjoyed these tips, or if you find them useful, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to purchase my full OneNote Jury Voir dire Notebook course, so you can receive a copy of my OneNote Voir dire Notebook template, or if you'd like to purchase only a copy of my OneNote Jury Voir dire Notebook without the course, please visit me on my website at ProfessorBlackmore.com. And while you're there, you might also consider purchasing my OneNote deposition, motion hearing, and or my OneNote trial notebook templates. And while you're on my website, if you purchase my full course, I hope you'll consider leaving a review of my course in the same spot where you purchased it on the product page. And in the meantime, I hope that you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell so you won't miss any of my tips. And please also follow me on TikTok and Instagram.